Now let's take a look at the market action from the past week and some cues to watch in the week to follow. US stocks ended the week sharp lower, driven by growing concerns over inflation and US trade policies. The market was rattled by latest consumer sentiment data, which revealed the highest long-term inflation expectations since 1993, along with a hotter-than-expected core PCE price index. These signs of persistent inflation, combined with accelerating consumer spending, fueled worries about the broader economic outlook. As investors grappled with uncertainty surrounding the Trump administration's tariff policies, the broader market suffered significant losses, particularly in the tech sector, with major names like Google, Meta, and Amazon posting steep declines. Across the pond, European stocks followed the downward trend, closing lower after digesting a week of volatile tariff announcements from the United States. The negative sentiment was compounded by weaker than expected economic data, reinforcing concerns about the global growth outlook. Well, stock indices in the UK, France and Germany all finished the day in the red, with markets continuing to face headwinds from the trade tensions and an uncertain economic environment. In Asia, investor sentiment was similarly subdued as worries about escalating trade disputes weighed on regional markets. Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kopsi both dropped sharply, while Hong Kong and mainland China's stock markets also saw losses. Concerns over Trump's looming tariff announcements, coupled with fears of global economic slowdown, kept Asian investors on edge. Crude oil prices ended lower on Friday as market participation fretted about the potential impact of US tariffs on global trade and economic growth. Well, despite the drop in prices, oil markets had a positive week overall, buoyed by US sanctions on Venezuela and Iran, which continue to disrupt global oil supply. The uncertainty surrounding the trade war added to the risk of a potential recession, which could dampen oil demand. But nevertheless, the oil market is closely monitoring developments related to sanctions and tariff policies, with expectations of tighter supply conditions in the second quarter. And gold prices surged to a new record high, fueled by increased demand for safe haven asset amid rising concerns about a global trade war. Gold's appeal as a store of value in these times of economic and geopolitical uncertainty continue to support its upward momentum. Investors flocked to bullion as a hedge against potential inflationary pressures and trade-related risks. The precious metal posted its fourth consecutive weekly gain, highlighting its status as a preferred investment in turbulent times. Looking ahead, market participants will be watching for further developments on Trump's tariff plans set to be announced on April 2nd. Traders will also be keenly focused on any updates related to inflation and consumer sentiment, which could shape the economic outlook in the coming months.